my phone dinged. I looked down at it, and the text read, "Can I give you some toilet paper?" I had to read it again. It was from a friend of mine, an older friend. And see, I had just been praying the week before that I would be able to find some toilet paper and some Kleenex, because for weeks I had been going to the store and had not been able to find anything. And we were down to our last 6 rolls. So I read that text and I was just so touched, because this was just a simple way that God was just reminding me that how he's been faithful in the past and how he will continue to be faithful to provide for all of our needs now, even when things are crazy and up in the air and all of that. And so I was just so overwhelmed with gratitude about it. I mean, she's an older lady, and she wanted to give me a 12-pack of the nice double rolls, and it would just meant so much to me, because like I said, I had just been praying the week before that I would be able to find some. And then a few days later, I got another text from my dad, and he was at Sam's Club, and he saw that there was Kleenex in stock and toilet paper. So he picked me up one of each, and because I haven't been able to find it. I did find one little roll, like a 4-pack roll of the real cheap single ply once in this whole time. And so just having those two people just reach out to me, giving me the answering my prayers for the Kleenex and the toilet paper. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's just a simple reminder that God takes care of my needs and my finances. And all of these things, when I have looked back over the years as I was putting my husband through school and saving up almost $80,000 to pay cash for his school, how my car never died. Like, there were several times we thought it would die and it didn't. And the repair bills were less than we expected, but we never went without. And so all of this time, I've really seen how I can't separate faith and finances, because I've seen how God provides every single thing I need, even if it's just like an answer to prayer for toilet paper. And that when I manage my finances wisely, he does bless that, and he does take care of our needs and make sure that we have everything that we need. So all of the lessons that I've learned about how God provides, how he's allowed me to just have financial peace and get past those money struggles that plagued me for so long, everything I have learned about that, I put into my book, Budgeting Made Easy, Thriving on Any Income. And it's just packed full with how God provides in small ways, like my Kleenex and my toilet paper from a friend of mine and from my dad, or in like really big ways. If you're paying, like I was paying for school, and he provided every single semester we had enough money to put towards tuition and just everything. So I just want to come on here and encourage you guys, like, look for the ways that God is providing for you. Take note of how, even if it's simple little prayer, like, help me find toilet paper so we don't run out. And he answers that. These are all blessings that he gives you. And these are all ways that he provides for you. And it makes it, when you realize that, when you see that happen time and time again, and if you have a story, I'd love to know, then it really makes it where my faith grows. So if I've lost income, like this last few weeks, I've lost some income because I'm not interpreting out in the community right now. But I know that God will still provide, because of how many times he has provided in the past, and how he has been so faithful to do that, even with just, a friend out of the blue saying, "Can I give you some toilet paper?" I mean, things like that just have really made me confident that whatever we have going on, whether we have unexpected expenses, anyone else relate, that just show up and you're like, how am I going to deal with that? Or, regular things that are regular expenses that are just large that keep coming up. And like, I know that God will take care of those needs because he's done it before. I explain all of this in my book, Budgeting Made Easy, Thriving on Any Income. And that's one of the so many people who read it come back and say, you know what, thank you for telling me about that part and reminding me that God will take care of my needs. And so, yes, he does care about every aspect of our lives. And Renee, and that is such a good reminder to just keep in front of you. But, anytime I'm tempted to worry about money, I'm tempted to like have my little freak out because things didn't go the way I planned or an extra expense came up and you have to figure out how to deal with it. I'm always reminded how faithful God is, how he's taken care of my needs in the past, and how he will do that. And I can't find a single time where he hasn't. So if you're just one strategy that I've always used is when I am worried about money, because I still do. I still get worried about money. I get that bill or something changes and whatever, and I still worry about money. But I've also learned to say, okay, God, I'm worried right now. I wasn't expecting this. This changed. And I pray about it. And then I watch and see how he provides, how he's going to answer. And I look for that. And then when he does, I know that it was a God thing. And so then I thank him for it and I can tell other people about it. There was one time like my car completely died on the freeway. I mean, steam was coming out and I got stuck I got off the freeway and then I got stuck in the turn lane right out in front of Denny's. And of course it was the night I didn't have my phone. So I was trying to call my husband from Denny's and he wasn't answering because he didn't know who it was. But he thought that the head gasket had blown. Is that the right term? And that we would have to sell my car. Well, we took it to the mechanic, and besides the fluids, I think a hose had come undone. There was nothing wrong with my car, you guys. And so there's things like that all the time that have happened in my money journey that has really grown my faith, and it really has shown me how God provides for me in the hard times, in the good times, and all of it. And so when I worry about money, because I still do, I'm still human, just like you guys, I know to back up, remind myself of how he's provided for in the past, and pray about it and ask him to provide right now for this need. And he always comes through. So whatever you're facing right now, whatever your need is right now, I just encourage you to pray for it. And, I'd love to pray for you guys right now. But pray about it and see how he provides. And, if you are interested in the book that, gosh, I think almost 1,500 people have downloaded, Budgeting Made Easy, I can give you that. It was my experience with how I figured out how to handle money and doing it God's way, and how I saw God provide and all of those things. And so you can get it at changeyourfinances.com/budget made easy. So many women have downloaded it and found it to be so helpful with just overcoming that stress and that fear about money that we all have, because we all have that fear because we don't know what to do, or we feel like we haven't been able to do it well. And so that it makes what am I trying to say? Like, when we don't know how to handle money and we don't know what to do and we don't know the steps to take, it makes us fearful. And when we feel like we failed before, because I know I did, it makes us hard. But money can be simple. It can be it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be easy. And I just walk you through all the simple steps that I've learned myself that have really changed my finances. And then it's also changed the lives of so many other women. We all get scared, right? But God is so faithful. And so, like you're saying, it may not be what we had in mind. I don't think any of us had this in mind for the last 2 months, but he does supply our need. And you try and remind yourself of the saying, let my faith be bigger than my fear. Yes. I got great visual when I think one of my pastors said it before, we had to stay at home, where he was like, in biblical times, and I'm going to kind of mess up this example, so bear with me. Whoever the king was, and they'd go off to the other land and they'd conquer, they'd bring back people from that other nation, and they would be chained, and they would walk them through the city and say, okay, there would be this big parade and all that. We have been victorious over that nation that was such a threat to us, and we are victorious, and you have nothing to fear. And they brought the point that, all of our fears and doubts and worries and all of that, God has already been victorious over. And so when I get worried now, I think of that, my worry, whatever it is, being chained up and being paraded through the city, because God has been so faithful to take care of my needs, to provide for them. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys with that. God provides in different ways, whether it's I think she's 88, and she texted me out of the blue. My dear friend said, can I give you some toilet paper? And I hadn't even told her that I had a hard time finding it. And then a few days later, my dad was at Sam's Club and was able to get some more toilet paper and some Kleenex, because we were pretty much out of Kleenex. We use a lot of Kleenex here. And I just haven't been able to find any. And so that was just such an encouragement to me with everything going on, that, God he knows what my needs are right now, and he will take care of them, and he will provide for them, whatever it looks like. And just as simple as toilet paper, can be a way that God provides. So I'd love to encourage you guys, what are ways that he has provided for you? Remind yourself of those. And then how is he providing for you right now? And look for those opportunities. And it makes such a difference knowing that he's bigger than all of this, and he'll take care of my needs. And that's what really brings the financial peace part of it, where I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about, the loss of income, or the not having toilet paper, or whatever the need is. And God will come through, and he'll provide, and he will take care of us exactly what we need. So whatever your situation is, I hope you remember that. I just was thinking about it today, and I'm like, how crazy to just get such a small little reminder of exactly what I needed, because I've been going to a whole bunch of stores trying to find that and wasn't able to. So let me pray for you guys real quick. If you guys have anything specific, leave it in the comments. I would love to pray specifically for you. And I'll just pray right now. Dear Father, I just thank you for today. I thank you for this platform that you've given me. And I thank you that I can share about how you have provided for my needs again and again, and how you brought financial peace into my life, and that other women can have the same thing. And so I just ask for the women watching me right now, the women who watch on the replay, Lord, would you show up with a toilet paper or a Kleenex example in their own life, whatever their situation is, that they would know that you see their need, that you will provide, and that you will take care of the big needs, just like you take care of the small needs that you show up for. And I just ask that they would give you their worry, that they would see that their worry and their fear, you've already been victorious over, and we don't have to fear that anymore. And that they would trust you, and that they would know that you will come through. And I just ask that you would and show up and provide in amazing ways, in abundant ways, that whatever the needs are that are represented by those who are watching this, that you would just take care of it, whether it's a job or income or unexpected expenses or just uncertainty about the future, whatever it is, Lord, would you step in, and would you bring your peace and just show how faithful you are and how much you care for them. It's in your name I pray. Amen. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me and hearing my story about toilet paper. And I would love to know if you guys have any answers to prayer like that. You can message me. I'm always here for you guys. And if you're interested in reading more about my journey with finances and how God's provided, then check out my book, Budgeting Made Easy, Thriving on Any Income. I dropped the link in there. You guys can get it there. But I will talk to you again soon. Have a good night.